you ever dined at a Benihana or seen one of their teppanyaki chefs in action? If so, then you've experienced the legacy of Rocky Aoki, a Japanese-born American entrepreneur who revolutionized the restaurant industry with his unique dining concept. We know him as being the founder of the Benihana restaurant chain. But did you know that behind the flashy performances and delicious food lies the story of a man who lived his life to the fullest? So join us as we explore the wild life of Rocky Aoki and discover the secrets behind the man who changed the way we dine out forever. Hiroki, or Rocky Aoki, was born in Tokyo in 1938, the son of a former wrestler and restaurateur. As a child, he was fascinated by the American culture he saw in movies and dreamed one day of moving to the United States. In 1959, at the age of 19, Rocky had just left Japan and moved to New York City with just $10 in his pocket. He started his new life as a dishwasher in a Japanese restaurant, but he was determined to make it big. Rocky worked his way up from dishwasher to chef and soon began to develop his own unique style of cooking. Then in 1964, he opened up his first restaurant, Benihana, in New York City. Named after his parents' small Tokyo coffee shop, the Benihana restaurant was unlike any other in the entire city. With its theatrical hibachi style of cooking, it became an instant hit. The restaurant's success allowed Rocky to expand the chain and eventually opened over 100 restaurants worldwide. Rocky Aoki was not only a successful entrepreneur, but he was also a man of many talents. He had a love of adventure and adrenaline-fueled sports, and one of his lesser-known pursuits was his brief foray into the world of professional wrestling. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Rocky became involved in the International Wrestling Enterprise, or IWE, a Japanese wrestling organization that was very popular at the time. Rocky initially started as a ringside commentator for IWE matches, but he eventually decided to become a wrestler himself. Despite his lack of formal training in the sport, Rocky was able to hold his own in the ring thanks to his athleticism and showmanship. He became known for his flamboyant wrestling style, which involved him wearing flashy costumes and using unorthodox moves. His most famous move was the Rocky Punch, which involved him leaping off the ropes and delivering a powerful punch onto his opponent. And before moving to the US, he was a one-time member of the Japanese Olympic team. Although Rocky's wrestling career was short-lived, as he eventually had to shift his focus back to his restaurant empire and his other pursuits, he met with great success in the sport as he was inducted into the American National Wrestling Hall of Fame after winning 3 consecutive AAU titles. His time in the wrestling ring was just one example of his fearlessness, and it remains a unique footnote in his larger-than-life story. Along with his wrestling career, Rocky was a champion powerboat racer and even set a world record for crossing the Pacific Ocean in a powerboat. He also held a 34-year-long record for the longest balloon flight, in which he was knocked out unconscious during the crash landing, only to be fished out of the tree the following day. After being met by well-wishers and a mariachi band, Aoki stated that life and death are next to each other. If you are afraid to die, then you are probably afraid to live. Although he almost met his end in the air, Rocky had a love for flying, and he even became a licensed pilot. Aside from his adrenaline-fueled activities, Aoki had feats that showcased his incredible wits. Only 4 years after learning to play, Rocky won the world title in backgammon. Overall, Rocky was known for his extravagant parties and flashy lifestyle, which included owning a fleet of Rolls-Royces, a helicopter, and a private jet. But his diverse set of talents should not be overlooked. Rocky's life, though, was not without controversy. He was known for womanizing and had several failed marriages. In 1998, he was arrested for drug trafficking after attempting to smuggle $10 million worth of marijuana into the U.S., to which he pleaded guilty and served a 6-month sentence. In addition, Rocky was involved in a lawsuit with JordanBelfort, the infamous Wolf of Wall Street, who had invested $15 million in Benihana in the early 1990s. The investment ended in a legal battle, and Rocky eventually ended up buying out Belfort's stake in the company. Rocky Aoki had several children, including 4 sons and 1 daughter. His eldest son, Hiroki, or Rocky, Jr., followed in his father's footsteps and became a champion wrestler. However, it was Steve, Rocky's youngest son, who became the most famous. And for those of you that don't know, SteveAoki is a world-renowned DJ and music producer, known for his energetic performances and collaborations with artists such as BTS, Kid Cudi, and Linkin Park. Sadly, Rocky Aoki passed away on July 10, 2008, at the age of 69 due to complications with pneumonia. His death was a great loss to the restaurant and entertainment industry, as well as to his family, friends, and fans around the world. However, Rocky's legacy continues to live on through his children, his restaurant chain, and his immense impact on the world of entrepreneurship. And despite his controversies, he was a true trailblazer in the restaurant industry, including his new style of cooking and creating a unique dining experience that has become a staple in American culture. Rocky Aoki's unmatched spirit continues to inspire new generations, and his impact on the restaurant and entertainment industries will never be forgotten. So, that's the story of Rocky Aoki, a man known for his flamboyant lifestyle, adventurous spirit, and entrepreneurial prowess. From humble beginnings in Tokyo to becoming a world-famous entrepreneur, athlete, and larger-than-life personality, Rocky Aoki's life was full of adventures, controversies, and successes. He built a restaurant empire that changed the way people dine out and became an inspiration for many young entrepreneurs, and his legacy will live on for generations to come. His story shows that anything is possible with determination, hard work, and a hint of craziness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating life of Rocky Aoki. Please leave a comment on who you think we should do next. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.